But I was like, look, like when you get your first band program, you're probably going to have an 8th grade band of like 20 kids. And your administrators are going to immediately put pressure on you to make numbers grow. And that's going to be difficult because when you're taking over a new program, there's going to be a lot of kids that quit, because they're going to be like, oh, you're not going to be the same as the last person, yada, yada, yada. And, and kids get really attached to their band directors. And when a band director leaves or quits or gets fired or whatever, there are going to be certain kids that are just going to leave. And it does not matter how good the new person's going to be. They're just going to leave because they're very attached to the person who was there.
Yes.
And I try to tell my student teachers, like, please be patient your first couple of years because your numbers are probably going to go down, even if you're doing a great job. And your admin is going to be turning on that pressure, like, you need more. But like, you need to create the culture that you want. And that needs to take precedence over anything else.
Yes. I was having this conversation today with my husband. I took over the middle school band program from someone who had been there for 19 years. And he was like a legend. People loved him. And he went to go open up a brand new school in our county. So he was still around. And I had his students still. Like his 6th graders, they were mine. But those 7th and 8th graders were his. And I didn't know it at the time. I was trying to make them mine. And that's what people need to realize when they're going into programs is it's going to take a while for the kids to become yours. Yes. The kids who were in Mr. Lee's band might not be in Miss Allen's band. And some kids in Miss Allen's band might not be in Mr. Lee's band. And that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm sure there are kids that are in my band that might not be in your guys' band. And that's okay. We have to realize that is fine and that is going to be okay. Like, do we want band is for everyone, but band isn't for everyone.
Right. My co-op when I was student teaching was like, you're going to be an adoptive band director. If you're going middle school for 2 years, you're going high school, it's going to be 4 years before those kids are yours. Mm-hmm. And it's just the harsh reality of it. Like we have a new director in the other middle school in our district, and like her 8th graders are revolting. Like they don't like her because she's not the last guy. And the last guy was great, and she's great, but just the difference in personalities. And 8th graders aren't going to give a young teacher anything more than a quarter to impress them, and they'll start to drop. So that's why I tell them, I'm her mentor teacher, and I have a student teacher. So I'm telling them both this all the time. Just stick with it. It's going to stink for your first year or two, but you're going to have that class that will all of a sudden love you to death. So, I mean, it's rough. It's the hardest job you'll ever love.